Oh, my heart. Swoon!
What? Swoon! That's amazing. Wow, whoever did the additional voices for these people is just so great. There's so many random lines like that that are just good. The Phantom Thieves are super lame. Yeah, don't rush us, one at a time. One at a time. And again, there needs to be more extensive measures in place to solve the entire exploitative industry problem.
Now everyone.
Well...
I haven't had one of these in a while.
What's this about?
I feel like Kawakami can't be using the your car is about to be towed excuse anymore, so I wonder what excuses she's using this time. Probably something to do with exams. But yeah, with free time, we can now read... Where is it? I should have Billiards Magician in here somewhere. There it is, all the way at the bottom. So, think of yourself as an entertainer. That's pretty interesting. Although I have heard that like billiards is like a pretty big thing. Like it gets streamed online quite a bit. But yeah, from how late the guy does this, I am assuming... I don't know why this looks like a boy band magazine, though. Does Billiards even have idols or something? But anyway, I'm assuming this requires a certain amount of proficiency to actually do it. I'm guessing max proficiency. But this is what we need to do to unlock the final rank of Technical. Although it's annoying because the Thieves' Den has an award that requires you to go to Billiards 5 times, and you only need to do it 4 times to get all of the Technical ranks. So you kind of have to make time for one extra Billiards visit if you want to get that achievement. Also feel like we haven't done darts well at all, yeah. I wonder if I'll be able to fit some darts in at some point. I mean, yeah, it is, like, as I keep saying, it's true that Okumura is corrupt, it's just that we don't want to be going after him for the wrong reasons. Also, yeah, the vice principal sucks. What else is new? Please, Kawakami, take over the school. Oh, totally not going to the bathhouse with us a few nights ago. No, absolutely not. Yes, he's in hiding. He's in hiding in only a towel because nobody would ever suspect that the Detective Prince would expose himself to fangirls glomping him that obviously. Oh, don't worry, we'll be moving soon. Not just for everyone's sake, I mean, if we don't stop your father, then you'll be married. A few more days, though. I want to work on some stuff in daily life. Well, the Phantom Thieves are definitely going to save you, just, again, don't rush us. We'll do it when we're fully able. And today, we're actually going to go to the practice building because, thanks to that Ananta I fused, we're finally going to be hanging out with Maruki again.
Welcome.
Yet another confidant that I've missed. Hey, you're actually calling it autumn, not fall. Yeah, where I live, it's never fall, it's always autumn.
So...
I meant that in terms of, like, what it's called, but I mean, I guess it doesn't really feel like autumn sometimes in Australia. Yeah, one year I felt like summer continued all the way into, like, May.
Let's head out now.
So yeah, that coffee thing. This is why you can't progress this until Maruki has been to LeBlanc in the main storyline. Well, I mean, we learn from the best.
You see...
Yeah, again, be very, very careful about that research. You probably don't want to publicize it right now, not until we take down the people who are silencing those who are looking into cognitive science.
thank you.
Yeah, just as long as we keep that research secret, this research is probably going to help us out too. One thing that I think about this that's interesting is that's very similar to the Phantom Thieves. I mean, think about it. If there are people out there all across the world who don't know about the fan site who are being abused, then there's no way for the Phantom Thieves to help them. This is actually something that Strikers goes into. Yeah, and Maruki's got a good point here, especially with, like, a counselor. As I said, like, in an earlier video, like, there's a thing about, you know, ripple effects and just small changes often can lead to bigger things, but yeah, as a counselor often... I mean, sometimes you do have to be satisfied in the fact that you've at least helped some people.
You know,
Though I've seen some analysis on this by Lady Virgilia again talking about how Japan doesn't really have enough therapists for the population as well. So that could also be where Maruki is coming from here. Weirdly, this actually gives the most points. Huh, so you're one of those people who doesn't know when to quit, like Judy Hopps. If only there was a way we could peer into the hearts of every person alive. It's not like we can literally traverse that as train tracks inside a cat van or anything like that. A dream, or, you know, a certain popular video game franchise. And again, a way to understand everyone's cognitions more quickly and accurately. Yeah, already Joker's making the connection. Though, you know, we can't exactly tell Maruki about it. Or can we? Yeah, I see you've read Carl Jung. I feel like it would probably be kind of boring and technical, but I actually do want to read the works of Carl Jung sometime. Oh yeah, we did hear about him researching cognitive science from a text conversation with Futaba, so yeah, we do know that's what he's doing.
Alright. Alright then.
I think the next rank is Flow Boost too, which is going to be amazing. Okay then. Also, wow. Well, I mean, he has had a burst of inspiration. But I mean, he has no way to access the collective unconscious, so I don't know what exactly he can do with this. Maybe he can just suggest some kind of generalized therapy method that touches on Carl Jung's theories. Okay, now this is going to make sense in context, so bear with me, but speaking of perverts, tonight we're going to be doing something kind of interesting. You'll see in a moment, but first I want to check out what's on TV. Yeah, yet more of these copycats.
Now then.
Unfortunately, that's not the guy in Shinjuku who was also doing that. I mean, we can't exactly be held responsible for the actions of our copycats or anything, but yeah, things are definitely getting out of hand. Now there's more than just two of them. So, we're going to Akihabara and sadly not to see Mishima because he's always low on the Butt Monkey rankings. Oh, these two! Oh, I've forgotten to talk to them before. This is one of my favorite NPC subplots in the game, actually. Because this is the rental girlfriend girl. But the weird thing we came here to do today is the maid cafe. There is only one reason why we're doing this. And it's not this, because we've already maxed out Charm. You also get a stamp card, and there is a Thieves' Den award for visiting the maid cafe a certain number of times, so there's actually two reasons we're doing this. But the main reason we're doing this is, we need to take Justine and Caroline here eventually, and you can't take them unless you've gone at least once yourself. Now, I will say, I love the music for the maid cafe. It sounds to me like one of the eccentric witness themes in an Ace Attorney game. Just listen.
My goodness.
So these are all tiered based on how easy it is for a clumsy maid to make. Might be hard for a clumsy maid, might be too much for a clumsy maid. Well, I mean, we've got a lot of money, let's splurge on the most expensive option. It'll give us more stamps.
Hey.
I mean, it could be pinker than this. I've seen much pinker.
Here I go. Let's see. Oh, sorry about that.
Oh boy, what a fantastic rendition of the word. Why that exactly? Maybe it's just because the Phantom Thief mania going on right now. Go fix it, now. I think this actually might affect things.
Hey!
Yeah, you get guts if you choose the strict option. And I think you get kindness if you choose the other. But you always get a bit of charm. So Maid Cafe is yet another stat thing. I've already maxed all stats by now, but if you hadn't, Maid Cafe is actually kind of useful.
Oh, sorry about that. Let's see.
So yeah, 5 stamps.
Here.
But mainly, we just did this again so we can take the Velvet babies to it eventually.
Hey!
We can now read a book on the train for the first time in what feels like ages, and oh, this is interesting, because I actually have free reading time with this slot right now. The guide is telling me to read Night Skies, but I've already unlocked the planetarium, so I don't need to do that. So instead, I can maybe get a head start on Master Swordsman, because all of the others are just gonna raise social stats, which I don't need anymore. This, however, is gonna bring me one step closer to unlocking that technical book. Unfortunately, even with Speed Reader, you have to do these in at least 2 sessions, because they have 3 sessions. But this is at least better than, as I keep saying, the vanilla game where you didn't get Speed Reader until you'd read all of the Jinbocho books, which made this incredibly tedious, all for a ward that you wouldn't need because it's effectively the equivalent of locking, like having a fire extinguisher behind several walls of flames. So yeah, more efficient use of my time than I expected, because I was able to get ahead of the guide in another way. And yeah, today we not only have a train read, but we also have a class question. Yeah, baseball seems to be really popular in America and Japan. I'm not sure how it got so popular in Japan. So here's some trivia that I did not know until I played this game. How many white and black shapes are there on a soccer ball? There are 20 white and 12 black.
This is it.
Precisely.
So it reminds me when my sister, when she was younger, got really into Bennett like Beckham, and for one of her birthdays, she got a soccer ball that had a David Beckham signature on it. It was actually a pretty good quality soccer ball too. Yeah, that would definitely make sense. I had an old black and white TV, and I actually watched some, like, semi-modern Doctor Who episodes on it, and it actually felt kind of authentic.
Nice going.
Because I've seen some of the really old black and white Doctor Who, so it was funny having the new episodes look the same. The Moon Burger, huh? I think that's one of their limited edition items. However, I feel like very soon, everything at Okumura Foods is going to be a limited edition. If you know what I mean. Don't worry though, even after this arc is over, you can still do the Big Bang Challenge if you need to do that. It's not gonna, like, make it so you can never do that for the rest of the game. Wow, 5 text messages! Holy moly, that's a lot of them. And guess what? We're actually seeing none of these people. Because today is a Futaba day, and the question is, do I have Hermit? I do not. I don't even need Devil for a while, actually. But I, in fact, do need to dump 2 Personas, because I also need Tower soon, so I'm not going to be doing Justice for a little while either, or Priestess, so, you know what, I guess I'll dump Silky. Again, sounds like a romantic thing, but it's really not. And now... my cat's just decided to sit on the floor next to me. Just looking at me now.
Is it a fee is required?
Yeah, I almost forgot to actually get Hermit before I went to Futaba.
These are the paths you have
And
walked.
I actually forgot to get Tower, which I need. Yeah, unfortunately, Belphegor is the lowest level
What you
tower,
want.
which
A fee is required
kinda
and
sucks.
accept this persona.
You know, while I'm here, let's talk to these 2 again. I know that somebody in Shakespeare calls someone a thief of love and canker blossom, and then attempts to, like, scratch their eyes out, because, yeah, that's the part in Midsummer Night's Dream where everything goes crazy, but, oh hey, new batting machine, we can now play the advanced course. We've never actually done anything at all. Oh yeah, and also, there is a book at the Shinjuku bookstore that will improve it, but I believe you have to have gone to the batting cages at least once to do that, though. It's good that he's telling us about it, though, but we haven't actually been able to do it at all yet. Oh, by the way, because, I haven't shown this yet, but I did mention it, because we've given the Shonky Builder a change of heart, we can actually use the movie theater in Yongen now. It's reopened.
Oh.
Showtime Redemption. Okay.
Well,
I think that's meant to be a reference to the Shawshank Redemption. Lazy dog. I feel like he's more just old than lazy. Aw. Yeah, I get the feeling that dog may be on its way out, and that girl's gonna be very depressed when that happens. But anyway, there's actually one other thing that I wanted to do here. I need to find a mailbox, though. Oh, here we go. So this red mailbox here, postbox.
Oh.
But yeah, I didn't know this at all. Someone in the comments told me about this, and I'm glad I get to show this. So if you buy a calling postcard, you can send it to any of your confidants. Yeah, why not? And this does give you a slight increase in confidant points with them. One music note. But I don't have any more calling postcards, so I'm going to need to go back and buy one. And I'm going to replace the calling postcard because I need it for a trade later. The thing with it though is that you can only buy one of them until the store restocks, so it's generally better to just go for Chihiya's affinity reading. But anyway, I have to remember that I am one behind on Futaba right now.
Really?
Unfortunately, Futaba isn't saying anything like, why, if we do this.
Okay, rehabilitation time.
Office would be your room, right? No, LeBlanc, I guess. Go somewhere with lots of people. Well, you've already done that a few times, the beach and Akihabara. It's kind of funny considering the palace that's active right now.
Hey.
Yeah, I've seen some people draw some very impressive things on tablets. I was about to say, hey, you're actually complimenting Inari when he's not here, but then you said that.
Ah!
3 terabytes. Okay, so 500 yen is actually kind of a steal for 3 terabytes. I feel like 3 terabytes, in terms of portable hard drives, that's become a lot more easily obtainable these days. I love the way she describes that, though. I know that she's in distress, but I still love that. Her description, I mean, not the fact that she's in distress. Yes, you should. Oh. Or the 3 terabyte war just happens to be right behind us.
Thanks.
And there's yet another very obvious reference. Yeah, there used to be no A. It used to just be wild blank appeared.
Oh.
Innocent joy, huh? So, okay, since it's pretty early days of this Confidant, I didn't want to go over this just yet, but given that whole innocent joy comment just makes me think of it, and I probably want to get my thoughts on this out of the way as soon into her Confidant as possible, because I find something very interesting about the way the fandom views Futaba. I said before, like, I have certain thoughts about the way that I think about this relationship.
All right.
So the thing with the fan base in this relationship is that shipping in terms of Joker and Futaba can get surprisingly heated, but not for the reasons you might think. It's not like a war between it and other rival pairings. I mean, it can happen, but not like a whole lot, I feel, though I'm probably horribly wrong about that. It's the fact that people who don't ship Joker and Futaba tend to view them as having a surrogate sibling relationship, and that's how I personally see them. At the same time though, I'm okay with people shipping them. Like, I don't think that shipping them is gross or anything. It's not like Joker is actually Sojiro's adopted son. They're not even adoptive siblings. There's absolutely no incest or anything involved. So, like, pseudo-incest or otherwise. So, yeah, I'm completely fine with people shipping them. I actually think that her romance route is one of the better written ones too. In fact, I actually... So it's kind of funny, even though I personally ship Joker and Makoto, it's still one of my least favorite confidants in the game, and I rank almost all of the other romances above Makoto's. I just like Joker and Makoto together in terms of just as characters, and in terms of their dynamic in the main story. But like in terms of like actual writing of the confidant itself, yeah, I'd take Futaba any day. It's kind of interesting how that works out. Yeah. Oh boy, grinding, leveling up for a big encounter. Yeah, I've seen some videos on the older Shin Megami Tensei games, and yeah, like, while they definitely were kind of revolutionary for their time, I feel like a lot of them, the basic strategy just kind of boils down to...
You're back.
You're back. Just boils down to, grind a lot, and then just mash auto battle for the boss fight, and if you die, grind more and come back and auto battle again. Yeah, well the thing is, we the audience know that Kobayakawa was a mental shutdown victim, so there actually have been more of them, but the Phantom Thieves don't know that. And yeah, that too. Maybe Mishima should do some damage control on the Phantom Thieves website. Maybe we should, you know, put out some statements saying we don't condone those people who, you know, become bombers inspired by us. And not just a cursory statement at that either, maybe some kind of very harsh condemnation of that kind of thing.
What did you say?
Well, it's a good thing there's no option for a part-time job at Big Bang Burger. Now, today is going to be I know I say that a lot, but for Star, because speaking of romances that I think are better written than Makoto's, this day we're going to be doing the platonic versus romantic route split of this confidant.
Thank you.
Okay, so these options actually do matter. The confidant has officially started. You'll get points for these.
Yes.
It's important to know because oftentimes when you get dialogue choices before, like, you get a scene transition and the music changes, they don't matter, but in this case, they actually do.
All right.
Yep, I guess we'll be watching the live stream. Let's hope we have a good internet connection. Because I really hope it doesn't just suddenly cut out right before the climax. Phony, why does all the media suck? Either they're treating her like a waifu, or they're doing this. Well, that's a good sign. Or not. Well, you did the best you could. Sometimes I do personally think that when you've got a storyline like this, it is good to have your characters lose every now and then. I thought it was interesting how Ash lost in the Pokemon League in the first series of the Pokemon anime, but then the problem is you have to not get too excessive with it, because then, you know, you get into that territory where the character just always loses, and then winning becomes the plot twist. But yeah, this thing too, I said much earlier that in chess, often it is considered good etiquette to resign if you're in a losing position. Because a lot of times in chess, like, the moment that someone makes, like, just one bad move, it's immediately over, and it might feel unsatisfying for people watching, but it's just generally a thing that is often considered good sportsmanship to just concede rather than just... I mean, sometimes there's a chance at a comeback, but other times you might just be wasting the audience's time. That sounds kind of harsh, but anyway. See, I like how Hifumi feels like a weight's been lifted for her shoulders, because even though she lost, I mean, losing for real is probably better than winning due to rigged matches. And this is significant because it plays into the Confidant ability that we get here. Yeah, this basically means that in any battle, we can just choose run and we'll instantly be able to escape. This is excellent if you ran into the Reaper, in, I almost said Tartarus, in Mementos. Yeah, C's kind of wishes they had the ability to instantly run from the Reaper. But okay. Here is where the choice comes up. That's not true. So, basically, yeah, you have two options here that are both like, I want to keep seeing you. This one leads to an additional branch where you can say, I want us to date, and that leads to her romance route, but I'll be choosing this one. Even though, like I said back in Hawaii, like, Hifumi is the one that I would be romancing if I was self-inserting as Joker, but I'm not. I just personally think the way that I view Joker as a character, he makes more sense with Makoto. That's entirely my own personal opinion though. But Hifumi is definitely, in fact, she's probably second on my list of favorite romances in this. Actually, wait, no. No, second is probably Haru, which is a bit of a spoiler, but obviously Haru's romanceable. Unfortunately, her Confidant isn't available until after her Palace arc is over, but yeah. And then Hifumi would probably be third. And yeah, I really like the fact that she doesn't take this badly at all. Unlike, it's not like you have to, right after she's lost a match, you have to say, oh, I'm sorry, and then, like, what if she's really depressed and in tears, and then gives you a love confession, and the only way to get the platonic route is to say, no, I reject you. Yeah, that's basically how most of Persona 4's platonic routes went, so I'm glad they don't do it that way. You even still get a phone conversation this time. But yeah, this time, yeah, we'll win the next one. Okay, so she doesn't have enough points to rank up. That will be the same regardless of which route you chose. There's no additional points you'll get. There is a phone conversation for the romance route, but it also gives 2 music notes. So completely identical, and that means it's kind of a good thing because we'll be able to do a hangout with her.